fellas, Boricua, yo fellas, Boricua, yo fellas, Boricua Posse. Yo fellas, Boricua, yo fellas, Boricua, yo fellas,
This is a
Boricua
classic.
Posse. Yo fellas, Boricua, yo fellas.
This is where you come in with your
Yo
pantaloons.
fellas, Boricua Posse. Yo fellas, Boricua, yo fellas, Boricua.
So,
Boriqua Posse.
aprovecha. Hello, do you know what this special time is that we're celebrating?
I think you should tell us just in case we don't know. Just in case any New Yorker doesn't know or anyone in the country doesn't know, but especially aquí in Nueva York.
I just want to know if you are Boricua de verdad.
No sé, ¿tú eres boricua de verdad o qué? Dinos la verdad, pero dinos la verdad.
I have to say that sometimes people have assumed that I'm not Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah, same here. I would say my whole life, Puerto Rican is never the first guess. If I'm gonna be honest, from people. What are some places people think you're from?
Well, obviously, when I'm not wearing a Puerto Rican hat and I'm just roaming around the streets being Rosita, I've gotten, are you Italian? Are you Indian? Are you Arabic? Are you from South America? Are you some sort of from an Indian culture, whether in South America or native or India? And one time, actually on two occasions, two people committed the ultimate crime against a Puerto Rican,
What's that ultimate crime?
telling a Puerto Rican that they don't look Puerto Rican.
I've gotten that many times in my life, and which I've always found is so funny because like it almost would give people that look like, huh? 'Cause they're like, you lying, you're not Puerto Rican. Why would I lie? Why would I want to lie? But you know what? It does teach us that despite the fact that us Puerto Ricans are literally everywhere in the world, and sometimes we're bigger than, we feel bigger than maybe the world looks at us.
You're right. The island is tiny.
Yeah, I mean, the island is bien tiny. But yet, for that tiny island, it has produced a lot of Puerto Ricans that have just, somehow magically dusted themselves all over the world in so many. I mean, listen, you could go to the most random places and don't be surprised if you bump to at least one Puerto Rican, just in the most interesting of places, Pero still, at the end of the day, it's always so puzzling, when people would think that you would lie about where you're from. I don't know. Maybe some people would, but I wouldn't.
The first time that it happened to me, I was caught off guard. It happened in Puerto Rico. And el descarao.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. I'm in Puerto Rico visiting. And el descarao, because that's what I'm going to say he was, this was a man, a Latino man, that was working in Puerto Rico in a Puerto Rican bar who happened to be Colombian, telling me, you don't look Puerto Rican. It was such a puzzling experience to me. And then the other one was I was in a Brooklyn bar and I said the same thing. And the man was like, you don't look Puerto Rican to me. And I gave him such a nasty response that he was like, I take it back. You just confirmed to me that you are Puerto Rican. And then I realized, I fell into the ultimate Puerto Rican stereotype. And that's exactly what happened, because then the conversation, I learned two things. Why he didn't think I was Puerto Rican, because I was behaving too civil.
I mean, how many more? Was he trying to insult you and every Puerto Rican for that matter in every way? I mean, damn.
But the thing is that we weren't helping ourselves, because all the stories that he told me about his encounters with Puerto Ricans were one level ghetto and more ghetto-fied and more like loud and violent than the next. And I was like, I'm just going to be quiet because it's one of those things where stereotypes exist for a reason. They come from places of truth, but it's sort of like it could be. It doesn't necessarily mean it is. It doesn't mean that you just put people in these places like this is what you are, this is not what you are, you don't look like this. And telling someone who's saying this is what they are, especially a Puerto Rican, because Puerto Ricans, we love our flag, as you can tell. It is insulting, especially because we come in all colors, in all beautiful, beautiful, lovely caramel tones that just glisten with the sun. Can you just tell that I just love Puerto Ricans? Un besito to all of our Puerto Rican brothers and sisters, wherever you are in the United States, in Puerto Rico, anywhere in the world, we love you. These Boricuas, hueva.
Mira, I feel like I don't know, I don't really necessarily get offended when people are like, you know, like Puerto Rican, only because I find it to be one of the most fascinating parts of who we are as a people. We are such a blended group of people. And sure, everybody could say that pretty much everywhere in the world, everyone's blended to some capacity. But, you know, I'm going to just speak for who I am and my bloodlines. And our bloodlines happen to come from, you know, 3 major continents, you know, and then some. And so I love that we are all just so different, that people can look at the, you know, the portfolio of beautiful expressions that, you know, the bloodlines of Puerto Ricans have made. And you know what comes with it too? Not just how different we all look, but our beautiful honey, el caramelito de la gente. Because yes, there are those stereotypes that nobody freaking likes that, you know, kind of are true sometimes, that we got to own up to. Like the fact that a lot of us may be a little loud or a little too extra dramatic. We get it.
Maybe, super, 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 super passionate. Listen, passion is good. Use in the appropriate and great settings, even better.
And listen, we get the meme when they say everybody likes Puerto Ricans until we start Puerto Ricaning. I get it. There's a real truth to that. But, you know, the flip side to that is that there is a real caramelito que nuestra gente they also tend to just, seems like we're born with. We can help, and we energize it. We bring that to tables, and it's a little irresistible, if I do say so myself.
Well, are you ready to go on a little mini bits? I'm gonna play DJ a la this young lady that I know named Lenny, who just gives us little windows and tastes of what a song is like. Do you remember this one? Oh shit, I got too excited. I don't care how old this song is. And then when the beat just drops, this is cuando uno se barata. Ready? 1, 2. So then we have, let's see, what is another favorite? Well, I remember, like, you guys know, it's a classic chant. Si tú eres Boricua de verdad, dígame hueva. And one New York City day, the day of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, we were coming back from the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and somebody had a boombox playing that song. And the timing of when, the way the hook goes, si tú eres Boricua de verdad, dígame hueva. And then at that moment, everybody starts screaming huepa like a primal scream, top of their lungs. That was the moment the subway doors open and you have a subway car filled of nothing but 99% Puerto Ricans we scared the crap out of whoever wanted to come into that train. So yeah, we were really loud, but we were also celebrating our day. Like we're celebrating our holiday this week, this Saturday and Sunday.
And just a reminder or just a little, nugget for those that did not know. One of the reasons que Puerto Ricanos are very obsessed with our flag, as many people like to point out, is because once upon a time it was illegal for us to have our flag, to work it, to put it up, and it does something to you when something is taken, that freedom like that is taken like that from you, that is represents literally who you are. It really does something to your psyche that clearly has been passed down even to Puerto Ricans not even born on the island. So there's everything has a story to it.
Yeah, we love our flag, and a song that I really love too. As much as maybe in the past I haven't really loved this artist too much, but one has to recognize when an artist is doing something that promotes cultural pride and la gente and lifts a community up. And I want to shout out Bad Bunny. He's gotten a lot of criticisms. I've criticized him for different things, but his last album, man, it's still kicking. It is the album right now to be celebrating. And I want to wrap up with his song Baile Inolvidable, because we are dancing an unbelievable, unforgettable dance. Every moment of our lives is a musical note. How are you living that musical note? And if you haven't seen this video of Bad Bunny's remake of Baile Inolvidable, it really is a beautiful song. The video in and of itself has promoted even people who have dance studios. They've gotten more business because they see this song, they feel inspired to go with a friend. Like there's a famous dance studio just a few blocks away from us that. So they directly saw more people signing up for their classes to learn salsa because they were inspired by this artist. So one of the things that I love about Puerto Rico, and what we do well as Puerto Ricans, is that we love, we support, and we honor those who love and lift up the beauty of Puerto Rico and all of us, all of our gente.
We sure do.
With all of our colors, not just skin wise, but inside, I just am celebrating being in this skin, celebrating it with my sister, being grateful to be here with all of you. And let's keep on celebrating and pa'lante, pa'lante como un elefante.
Y mi gente, a quick little note, if you haven't heard the song My Sister that is about to play, don't worry, no te preocupe. If you are in New York, trust me, this weekend, you will be hearing that song and probably the whole album all over the city all weekend. So you have plenty of time to connect.
That's right, mi gente. We love you.
Bendiciones, familia.
La vida es una fiesta que un día termina. Y fuiste tú mi baile inolvidable.
Vive tu música y no lo olvides.
No, no te puedo olvidar, no, no te puedo borrar, no, me enseñaste